Yo, what's going on, you guys? Today is going to be a little different. Instead of tracking my progress, I'm going to talk about all the problems that I ran into yesterday. So, cue the intro. So yesterday I was trying to make a vlog, and in the morning I went to work, and from the morning on, everything just seemed to get crappier and crappier. So instead of trying to force out a vlog, I'm gonna sit here and talk about it and how I was able to change my perspective and move forward, as opposed to just crumbling under the sheer weight of all the terrible things in the universe like I wanted to do, and just sleep in my bed forever. So, I'll start with what happened yesterday. Yesterday at work, I had a really big issue with a boss of mine, and it's been ongoing. It's been an ongoing problem, and I didn't know how to really deal with it. It's kind of like a verbal abusive kind of situation, really kind of nasty environment, and I try to make the most out of situations, but in that instance I was not able to, and I didn't deal with it absolutely properly. So from then on, the rest of my day just felt kind of shifted in the energy that I had, and I didn't get anything done that I wanted to get done, or at least it felt like everything was just going wrong. I had to record a song, so I went to my brother's house to record the song. Turns out I didn't bring my SD card because I wanted to vlog, and I wasn't able to because of that. So that was a bummer because I didn't get record what I was supposed to for the vlog yesterday. This I'm recording the day after when I was supposed to get the vlog done. And then at Trevor's house, as I was trying to record my song, nothing was coming out the way that I wanted it to. I didn't practice my vocals enough to really get them the way that I wanted, and I didn't want to release something crappy, so nothing was really coming out, and it felt like a giant waste of time. And then I got home late. I wasn't able to get everything that I wanted done. I wasn't able to get almost anything that I wanted done, really. Everything just kind of kept hitting snags and hitting snags. So I meditated a little bit, I foam rolled, and I went to bed and decided I would sleep on it. And I woke up this morning still agitated by everything that happened at work yesterday, still agitated by the fact that I didn't get everything done that I wanted to. And I kind of laid in bed for a long while. I still got up at 6:30, which I'm happy about, but I laid in bed and I just read, kind of as a form of escapism, as opposed to getting up and just dealing with things. But I really need a little bit of time to get my mind right, because at that moment I was just, everything is the worst. I didn't get anything done. Everything sucks. I'm way behind. And it was just a really negative mentality that I was having. So in order to get out of that, my number one tip is to remember what you're grateful for. So I sat there and I remembered all the things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the opportunity to work at the place that I work. I'm grateful for the opportunity to record music, because, I mean, heck, 20 years ago, people weren't even able to record music at their house, and now it's so readily available. So the fact that I'm able to go and just record myself again is way less expensive than what they had to do 20 years ago if they had a bad recording session, because it was hundreds of dollars an hour just to get into a studio, and you had to plan weeks in advance. So trying to remember what you're grateful for is my first tip on that. And a lot of this I'm speaking to myself, but hopefully you guys can pick up some tips and tricks on how to get yourself out of a slump if you get into one, because we're all human, we all go through it, and even if someone seems like they have everything put together, they do not, I promise you. So I'd like to be vulnerable and authentic with you guys and show you the ups and the downs of my life. Tip number 2 is to change. Now, you can change yourself or you can change your environment, but you can't change everything around you. I'm a firm believer, and it's much easier to change yourself than it is to change somebody else. Now, that being said, I do not agree with making yourself okay with being verbally abused, or, you know, if somebody's hitting you all the time, you have to change so that you're just happy being hit. Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. That's not what I'm talking about. If you're in that's the environment thing. If you're in a negative environment, you want to get out of that. But I'm talking about, if you can change something, to look at that, as opposed to the people who sit there and complain about what others are doing. I see that a lot, and I'm guilty of it as well. We all are. If something bad is happening at work, say you want to go and you complain to your friends. You're like, oh, my boss is such a dick, or oh, the people at my restaurant are terrible, and my customers are this way, and everybody's doing something that's making your situation worse. And I implore you to really try and focus on what you can do about it, because that kind of puts the control back in our hands and allows us to see things in a whole new perspective. Now, when I feel like I lose control of a situation, that's when everything seems dark. When I feel like I have control of a situation, that's when I feel like, okay, these are the steps I can do to improve my situation, and it changes my perspective drastically. So my second tip is definitely to change. And say you try and think of the major question, what can I do about this? And you realize, no, there's not really much that I can do in this situation except for to take myself out of it. That's when you change your environment. Now, that's what I'm doing today, and I'm not a big proponent of quitting something because of what somebody else does, but there are other ways to take yourself out of the situation, and in my instance, I'm not quitting, but I am moving. So just change your environment if the environment is really that negative and has such a detrimental effect on you outside of being in that environment. If it's distracting you from doing all the other things that you need to do, there's a big chance that you just shouldn't be there. And tip number 3 is to take care of yourself first. I believe that you're not going to be able to take care of anybody else if you don't take care of yourself. So what does that mean? That doesn't mean walk around and say, fuck all y'all, I'm going home, I gotta take care of me, y'all suck, y'all can figure it out. What I mean by that is, what you need to do is you need to set aside time for the things that make you healthy, you happy, and your mental state a good place to be. So say, for example, in the mornings you really like to drink coffee and keep your phone off and not respond to emails in the first hour, because all day you're going to be responding to emails and you're going to be putting out all these fires everywhere. Allow yourself the time that you don't have to do that, because otherwise you're going to feel bogged down and constantly being pulled from all these different places because you didn't allow time for yourself. And so how I'm doing that is I am putting aside 30 minutes a day for me to play guitar, which is one of my favorite things to do in the entire world, and putting aside time to go to the gym and all the things I know make me happy, because if I don't do that, then I'm just going to be a grouch and no one's going to like being around me anyway. So I'm not really going to be able to lead a team very well from that position. So definitely take care of yourself first before you start taking care of other people. Anyways, guys, those are my 3 tips on how to get yourself out of a crummy mindset. I hope they're able to help you as they helped me, because sometimes it can take a day or 2 days, sometimes 3 days, a week, a month. You can get in this really bad slump and everything feels like it's just falling apart around you. But I really implore you to try and change your perspective, because you are in control of your life, and sometimes it feels like life can get out of control. I'm guilty of it too, and everything just starts spiraling into darkness. When you feel that way, take some time to yourself and really just be loving to yourself is kind of the biggest point that I can hammer home. I'm gonna go do that right now because I'm still kind of in that place, but I figured I would talk to you guys about it since this is a vlog. This is just me talking about what I'm going through day to day, and I don't want everything to be sunshine, rainbows, and safari parks. Anyways, that is gonna be it for the vlog today. I hope you pulled something from it, and tomorrow hopefully I can get back on a regular schedule. But as I said before, this might be what some of the vlogs turn out to be. It's just me rambling on a camera to you about what's going on in my mind, and I hope you guys enjoy that, because that's gonna happen. Anyways, I love all you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.